Okay, so this is going to be message because I'm done being nice about it since some of these people want to put regular people on blast in front of other people and act under color of law. I'm going to put you guys on blast, okay? And that is all that's going to be about it. And no, we're not going to do no type of contract, all right? And no, this is not defamation. This was putting bullies right and potential bullies, and in this case, as my organization already has it listed, potential terrorists in their position. So we're going to talk about Miami, okay? We're going to talk about Brickell, okay? And we're going to talk about the different bullies and potential bullies that have decided to show up in these areas of Miami, Brickell, especially Miami Metro Transportation, the government center, right? Which anybody can apply for, honestly speaking. All right. So, anyways, we're going to make a separation here very quickly. Number one, all of you who work in any form of security, even in Brickell, okay? Those who are doing what is this thing called? Hold on. Those who are working like in the security, I think it's called DS1 or whatnot, and even some in Allied Universal, okay, who work for the government center and for Miami-Dade County. Listen, I'm going to tell you straight up right away. Your job, you better start reading up because I will personally serve y'all the paperwork. I will personally serve y'all, and y'all gonna have to show up in tribal court, and y'all gonna have to show up in the higher courts, not none of this lower probationary court that has to do with commerce. Okay? What you do in your position is a position of commerce and commercial rules, but your commercial rules and those businesses never supersede civil, common, free laws of freedom, etc. Okay? Now, with that being said, know your position, know your place, stay in your place. You are a public servant. None of us, ain't nobody obligated to contract with any of y'all. Okay? I was playing the piano at the underline, so I'm gonna shout out to the underline. But I was playing the piano at the underline. Okay, the underline has this piano right there, where the Brickell station is at. And for a long time, a lot of the security guards who work there, they know it's the public piano. It's a public piano for the public to use. But you have this one security worker called Dolphin, Dauphin, and she explained, and we talked. All right, cool, we talked, etc. All right, and I get her story because she's got pressure of probably doing something wrong. But here's the thing: her pressure comes from misinformation. So her misinformation brought her to feel under pressure, and her pressure brought her to feel the need to tell me that piano was not for the people to use. Now, here's the main reason I'm putting this entire video up and why this isn't defamation is to call out, first of all, potential bullies working in Brickell, okay? And also to call out the energy for people to pay attention to how these energies use these different things. They're like tactics, okay? Use these different tactics to try to use other people who have fears and insecurities to push incorrect and unlawful narratives, especially under color of law. Okay? Like I said, I'm done playing the nice one. I'm gonna call the bullshit the way it is. Now, was Dolphin being a bully? No. Alright? But there is this short stack motherfucker. She pretty cute, but there's this short stack little supervisor working for, I think, DS1 in Brickell, the Brickell area, Mary Brickell Village. All right, trying to decided she thought she could go ahead and put me in her camera, and I'm like, immediately, you know what, you're gonna take off that camera and you're gonna delete that. All right, otherwise I'm gonna put all of y'all under defamation. Y'all better get y'all shit together. Ain't nobody stupid no more. We ain't playing with y'all. Don't put me in y'all little categories. Don't arrange me in y'all little labels. All right, because I will serve y'all the papers myself. And this message is for any potential bully. Okay, If y'all were already told to not mess with this one, there's a specific reason not to mess with this one, because I am informed and I inform other people, okay? Don't confuse y'all commercial work, okay, with civil common law. That goes for anybody trying to act under color of law. Your guns ain't gonna save y'all no more, okay? Y'all guns ain't gonna save y'all no more. Y'all little bully gang tactics ain't gonna save y'all no more. That's just in case anybody who thinks they can get away or try to have an arm or might be used by these energies for that. Just in case you think you might get away with that, you already been warned. You already been put aside. All right, know your place. Okay. I done served many people before. I done locked up many motherfuckers before acting under color of law. I can do it over and over again with ease. It ain't no hard shit for me to do. I got shit to do, and a lot of us got shit to do. We ain't got time for all this bullshit. Okay? We ain't got time for y'all little eagles. We ain't got time for petty eagles trying to act like they right. So now what we gonna do is we gonna call the government center. All right, but I'm gonna put this video up for all those people in Brickell and all the people in Miami who have dealt with all these other people or any other people or any potential bullies. All right, look up Title 18 USC Title 242, and that's just the United States Commercial Code. We ain't even talking about that. That's not even me mentioning civil, common, and higher Supreme Court case laws. Okay, constitutional laws. Okay. Anything that goes against anything that deprives anything of anyone of any right, okay, to freedom, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness is immediately null and void, and it cannot be disguised through commerce, okay? Especially if no one is interested in doing commerce with their entities and their subordinates, and the subordinates working for those entities, those businesses. These businesses be getting a little too comfortable thinking that they can just overstep over people and tread on people. And so the people who are working for these businesses, y'all better check yourselves, man, because we ain't gonna talk to y'all. We just gonna serve you the papers. Okay? That's all I got. Peace.
Thank you for calling Miami-Dade 311. This is Anthony. How can I help you today?
Hey, Anthony. So I got something very important for you to do. I need you to call I just tried calling the underline. They're not picking up, but there is the at Brickell Station. There is the public piano that the public uses, and the agreement with the underline is that the people get to use that piano. It's a public piano. Now, granted, there are some people who are straight up alcoholics and they're just fucking going there and they have messed with the piano. But not only that, some of the security guards, when it's one of those people, they'll tell them, hey, listen, like, leave it alone if you're not gonna play, if you're just messing around. But others have actually also messed up, and when it's raining, for example, the piano gets water damage, so they don't bring it in because the other ones the security guards at that point are too high strung in whatever ego flexing they feel they need to do, or they probably are caught up on the phone by someone trying to ego flex on them, or they're higher up. So yesterday I go and play the public piano at the Brickell Station, and this security officer there named Dolphin brings her team, and I see 3 guards there who I've never seen before, and this is exactly how they move. So I've basically made a video highlighting this tactic that these entities use when they use other people, and how they switch things up so that they can essentially take advantage of their misinformation or their misinformed selves and their egos to try to either escalate or create confusion. So anyways, it's a repeat pattern that's easily observable. So I put a video up on that. But anyways, I made a shout out to the underline for their public piano, but I also put on blast another person who's working at the Mary Brickell Village, a supervisor, short girl, who decided that she thought she could go ahead and record me yesterday on her phone for whatever freaking judgment they have in their head. They've already been told to not mess with me whatsoever. I don't know where this girl decides to grab some courage, and she even had one guy reprimanded whom I have seen has 2 bad legs and he has to take a break, but she disrespected that, and so this girl's on the ego trip. same as this dolphin lady who works for the security for the Miami-Dade Metro Mover. Sorry, Metro Rail. And she goes and she's a supervisor. She checks other stations. So she comes to me, the dolphin lady, comes to me and tells me I can't use the piano. And I say, why? And then she almost thought there was going to be some attitude. And I'm like, I just stand my ground. I'm like, are you going to all of a sudden try to take attitude acting under color of law instead of explaining to me why you're going on? She's like, I am trying to explain. And then she explains. So she says that a government center, there's a piano there, and only one person is allowed to use the piano. And then she started saying also that you people have to bring some kind of paperwork to use the piano. Okay? And I'm like, well, this is false because the agreement the underline has is that this piano is a public piano. It's on their website, and they've gone through orange piano, and now they have this brown piano. But the same thing implies it's a public piano. If it wasn't a public piano, if it was for private use, there would have been a sign like any common knowledgeable or sound mind person would know that says do not touch the piano. Okay, just like in where is it, near Adrian Arch, there's this piano music cafe and there's a sign on it, do not touch the piano. Duh. So this lady is misinformed, probably confusing two things. But the danger is she's informed her team members about it and they act on it. And so they have their guns and they have their egos, and I know they have their egos. So I can already, yeah, I need you to, tell, them, this dolphin lady who's a supervisor, and she says she works for the government center. They got their information incorrect. So you gotta inform, I guess, underline and inform, I guess, Miami-Dade Transit about this mix-up this woman is having because she could present a potential danger, civil danger to the people around there. And then I'll tell you about the other girl who works for DS1 Security at Mary Brickell Village. She's a short girl, and she pretends to be nice, but she decides to be, what's that word that they use in Supreme Court cases? I forget. It's a word. It's a way of saying devious. It's another way of saying devious, but whatever. She tries to be devious and slick, as we say it, and do things without any of us or without me specifically saying that I'm okay with it. Deceptive, that's the word I'm looking for. Deceptive, dishonest, cunning, yeah, fraudulent.
Okay, you said that they weren't picking up the phone when you tried calling?
Yeah, underline don't pick up the phone. And so you might want to call them or whatnot, but they weren't picking up the phone when I called. And then Mary Brickell Village, there's the short girl supervisor who got and reprimanded one of the guys, older guys, who has a problem with his foot for resting. He left. And then yesterday I passed by coming from the movies to go get my bus, and there she goes pretending to strike a conversation to me, saying she's trying to help. And I'm like, you never asked for my help and I never asked for your help. Then she decides to take out her phone, and immediately right there I had to tell her, you're going to delete that right there or you're going to have a defamation case on your hands. I'm not playing around with these people. I don't know who the hell they think they are. And I already told her, don't be confusing your commercial rules and policies with what is common in civil law. I will serve you the papers myself. Okay? Don't play around. Okay? So it's like, yeah, can you guys tell them, because I know you guys do a good job of being able to contact some of these people and get some action done right away, man.
Alrighty.
So that's the girl at Mary Brickell Village, and then the one under the Brickell Metro Rail Station, where the underlines public piano is, the lady named Dolphin is trying to tell her subordinates or her workers, and they're also in their little fear of being fired or whatnot for not following orders. All right, one girl, she was like, no, I have to follow, the rules. I'm like, your rules on any business is to honor the Constitution and not let those rules override Constitution civil freedoms that have already been divinely and physically established. That's the rules. So, if anything, you should have the courage to speak up when someone who thinks they know what the law, especially acting under color of law, 18 USC Title 242, okay? That's just the US code. Don't even let me get started on tribal codes, you know? Or common law codes and international codes. Don't even let me get started on there. But either way, I'm like, dude, these people are like operating out of misinformation. They're not at full capacity. They're misinformed. They're misinformed with guns. Okay? And their guns aren't gonna save them. So anyways, yeah, just thought I'd call you guys so you can let the person and the company at the security for Miami-Dade County Transportation. Let them know that, hey, no, your information's wrong. That's a public piano. Okay. And if that information is wrong, that it's not a public piano, well, that needs to be made very well clear, because accordingly, at the moment, even on the underlying website, on the Instagram page, that's a public piano, and there's no sign that says don't touch the piano. Okay, and then there's the girl at Mary Brickell Village working for DS1. Those people wear these blue shirts and they walk around Mary Brickell Village area. Okay. Well, these people always seem to fit a stereotype, I tell you. They always fit a stereotype. They're aggressive, they're disrespectful to random people. One of their new guys, it was raining one day, and one guy shook his, he was coming into Publix, or leaving for Publix. No, he was coming into Publix, and his umbrella was open, but it accidentally tapped. I think it tapped or the water fell on the security guard, but the guy didn't notice. And I'm watching this unfold, and then that security guard, a male, decides to get an attitude with the dude and tell him, "Hey, dude, what the hell?" I'm like, wow, man, these people are dangerous. It's like these companies are hiring potential terrorists, and I do have a global anti-terrorist organization, and I put everybody on the list, pictures and all. So I do my best part to, do my due diligence and my vigilance, and I keep everybody informed, and I inform the proper channels and the proper order of, I guess you could say, hierarchy when it comes to these businesses and who is in what position to do what is necessary to correct misbehavior and potential dangers.
Alrighty. Make sure to go ahead and forward that over.
Yeah, man, appreciate it. Thanks, Anthony.
You're welcome.
All right, later.
Bye. Thank you for calling.
Oops. Yeah, man, we not playing around no more, y'all.